Yo, what's up guys, it's Ice here. In today's video, I'll be teaching you how to play Evil Witch Graveyard, where I basically reached Ultimate Champion with a 100% win rate with this deck. It uses the Ice Wizard and Skeletons and also the Princess Tower. So it's fine to use Cannoneer as well. It's going to be better versus Beatdown decks, but it could struggle versus Cycle decks. And I see a lot of you guys have Princess Tower max but not Cannoneer, so this video is basically going to show 34 minutes straight of my live gameplay to Ultimate Champion, and I'll give you tips on the deck itself as well, like on how to play Evil Witch Graveyard, what cards to cycle, but on how to play versus mid-ladder decks as well, especially versus Mega Knight. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video today, and please make sure to like and subscribe. So when you're using this Evil Witch Graveyard deck, it's very important for you to stack Evil Witches when it's possible. So here we can just go for Skeletons plus Ice Wizard on top of the Goblin Barrel because we don't have Bar Barrel in cycle. Because Evil Witch is broken and it's the most important card in this deck. So we can go for a Goblin Hut for this Hog Rider. We went for a Graveyard on the right side because he went for Goblin Barrel and Skeleton Barrel, which I thought that it was an overcommitment. And so having Princess Tower actually helps a lot, especially versus these decks which have bats. Okay, so the knight is gonna go to the left side, which helps out because it's gonna take out the princess. He takes another princess on his side as well, but it's gonna be fine. The knight does get a few swings on the left side tower as well, which is very nice. We can get the Ice Wizard right on top of the Skeleton Barrel so that it doesn't get any spawning damage as well. We can get an Evil Witch down at the center of the board. So basically, if your opponent doesn't have a lightning spell, Evil Witch is really hard to deal with. And it's going to be very good in defense, but also in offense as well. Especially just paired with Graveyard, it's going to make a very strong synergy. After 2 nerfs from the Evil Witch, this deck is still viable, meaning that this deck is very good to max out and also learn in this channel as well. So basically, Evil Witch having 2 nerfs was the only reason why this video was delayed. I was not planning to make it because I thought that Evil Witch Graveyard would not be viable after the nerfs that it gets. But right now, there are like 2 to 3 players who's using this deck on top ladder as well. So I just decided to make it for you guys. So we went for a Graveyard on the left side and try to go for a poison on the I Tower plus Princess to clear out everything. And I knew that the Witch is gonna splash on the tower to take out those bats plus take damage on the tower as well. So he does go for a Hog Rider, but this is gonna be free defense. That's a Goblin Barrel at the back, so we can go for a Bar Barrel, Ice Wizard on top of the bats, and this is gonna be pretty much good game, guys. And I'll see you guys in the next game. In the next game here, we're still at League 1. So this video is just gonna be me showing basically almost all of the matches that I faced getting to Ultimate Champion, mostly in mid-ladder, so League 1 or 2 or 3. Freaking the Ice Wizard on top of the Princess here. This is going to be log bait, I think. We don't have a Bar Barrel nor an Ice Wizard, so we do have to get our Skeletons ready if he goes for a Barrel straight away and go for a Knight as well. But okay, he doesn't. So this is fine. He has an E-Spirit. So yeah, he does go for a Barrel. We can go for Skeletons and Knight on top of one of those Goblins, which there's only 1 hit available for him. And we can go for a Graveyard here because this guy, I think, is using the classic Logbait deck. And he went for E-Spirit at the back. No Goblin Gang in cycle because he used it for the Witch. And also, he went for Log for the Witch as well. So that's going to be pretty much tower down. So versus these Logbait decks, it's basically important for you to just track your opponent's cycle. Yeah, he gave up. He just threw a Goblin Barrel at the tower. So what I'm saying, guys, is versus these Logbait decks, a lot of you guys ask, when should I go for Graveyard in single? When should I go Graveyard in double elixir? How could I play this passively? When do I go aggressive as you do in the videos? So you have to just keep track of your opponent's cards, which are good for Graveyard, which basically for Logbait will be the E-Spirit, the Log, and the Goblin Gang. So basically 3 are the only cards that could counter a Graveyard properly. So other than that, then you can go for a Graveyard in single elixir aggressively like that and get a lot of damage because he doesn't have the proper cards to defend. You can get a Goblin Hut down for the immediate Dark Goblin at the bridge. Okay, so now we are in League 2. So after the update, okay, there's a Mega Knight at the back. I'm not surprised. This is a mid-ladder video. But yeah, so after the update, what I'm going to say is it's very, very easier to reach Ultimate Champion. So I hope you got a lot of you guys, if you guys did were not available to reach Ultimate Champion before, then you guys could reach Ultimate Champion. If you guys were able to before, then I hope you guys could get your new finish or maybe a medals record for you guys, because this season is gonna be much more easier for you to get your best finish, because you can reach Ultimate Champion easier as well, and it's less stressful to go to Ultimate Champion too. So we can get a Skeletons down for the Golden Knight here, get a Knight down for the Dark Goblin. So this guy is unfortunately under leveled, but we can get an Ice Wizard down for the Goblin Barrel right there. So yeah, and also I think the major difficulty that you could face using this deck in terms of cards will be the Golden Knight and the Mega Knight, because the Golden Knight will basically just stash on your Evil Witch or just your normal Witch on every single skeleton and just go to your main Witch and just kill it immediately. We can get a Bar Barrel down for this Mega Knight so that the Witch doesn't die trying to save it. Very nice. So in this deck, the most important thing, and probably the only thing that you should probably consider, is trying to save your Witch. And that's basically it. And we can go for a Goblin Hut for this Executioner here. Go for a Knight to distract. Okay, we did miss one distraction, which is fine as well. Those Spirit Gobs and the tower will clear out the Mega Minion. We can get a Graveyard down. We can get Poison down here. He might click on the ability for the Skeletons. Okay, he does not. Okay, that's surprising. That tower is really, really low in the HP right now. At this point, we just need one more good Graveyard and it's going to be good. And we do need to start save the Bar Barrel for the Goblin Barrel, because we saw that he has a Goblin Barrel in his deck. And yeah, so he doesn't have Golden Knight in cycle because it just died, and we can go for a Knight plus Graveyard right after, as soon as the Knight crosses the bridge. Going for a Poison on the Executioner, Ice Wizard on top of the Mega Minion, sorry. And that's going to be tower down. We just need to defend for the rest 15 seconds, sorry. Get a Goblin Hut down on the center of the board. And it's going to be a good game, guys. By the way, guys, let me know in the comment section of what you want to see in the future videos. It really helps me out in creating future content. And I'll see you guys in the next game. In the next game here, we are at League 4. He is using the Princess Tower. He has Princess Tower leveled 14, so he will be under leveled as well. He does go for a Golden Knight here. Golden Knight is going to be very, very annoying versus when we are using Evil Witch. And also he has a Dark Goblin as well. So versus mid-ladder players, it's always very difficult to really know what they're going to be using. So we can go for a Graveyard here because he went for a Firecracker, Golden Knight, and also a Dark Goblin here. And he has an E-Wiz as well. So we can get a very nice King Tower activation off of that Firecracker. I think we can get a Goblin Hut for the Battle Ram right there. We can place an Ice Wizard here. I'm not really sure if that's gonna give an activation. Okay, that did get an activation, sorry, from the Firecracker, which is pretty nice. The Ice Wizard is gonna clear that Firecracker out. So whenever you're facing Golden Knight, just make sure that you're not playing a Witch on the same side of it, because the Witch will spawn skeletons, which is gonna give your opponent's Golden Knight just free value in terms of their ability, because the one elixir ability is just gonna kill all of your skeletons, and the Golden Knight is just gonna dash to your tower, just creating 500 damage on the tower. We can get a Witch down on the right side because he doesn't have Golden Knight in cycle. We can eat the Firecracker on the left side because we already got a lot of damage on the right side. So just trying to equalize damage. When you're using any kind of Graveyard deck, except for Giant Graveyard, I would suggest that you try to equalize your damage in terms of Princess Tower, because you don't want to go for a 2-crown situation, and just equalizing damage on 2 Princess Towers is going to help you out in running the game throughout, just versus any matchup. We can go for a Graveyard here on the right side with the Evil Knights tanking for it. And we can go for a poison on the Dark Goblin. I think the poison spell could kill the... No, never mind. It's not going to kill the Firecracker. Maybe get one tick so that it dies to the Bar Barrel. Nice. We can get a Goblin Hut. We can get a Bar Barrel down for the Firecracker. Very nice. The Evil Firecracker didn't get any hits on the tower. Very nice. We can get an Evil Witch on top like this. So that if he goes for a Golden Knight, then it could go for our not Evil Witch, sorry, but not onto our tower. We can get an Ice Wizard down. The Mega Knight is pushing the Evil Witch. He does go for a Golden Knight there, right there, guys. Look at that. That is exactly the reason why if your opponent goes for a Golden Knight at the back, then I suggest you not to go for a Witch on the same side, whether it's going to be evil or not. You can get a Graveyard plus Barber plus Poison to take the tower. And I'll see you guys in the next game. In the next game, you're up against the Dab. So whenever you're using this deck, if you have Witch and Cycle, then it's just fine to go for Witch at the back, or just wait for like 5 seconds because your opponent could play something before you will want to play. So he does go for E-Drag. So when your opponent has an E-Drag, it's going to be Balloon or it's going to be Golem most of the time. Yeah, he has Skeleton Dragons as well, so this probably is going to be Golem, and we can go for a Graveyard here because he went for a Skeleton Dragon plus Electro Dragon on our thing, and I think this guy has to have Golem with the Battle Healer. So versus this deck or any beatdown deck, having Cannoneer Tower is going to help you out much more, but having Princess Tower is gonna be a pain because it's going to be very hard to DPS your opponent's troops down, and the healer is just gonna heal every single troop, even if you go for a poison on defense as well. So yeah, he does have a battle healer. This is going to be tough to defend. So the only way that we can actually win this game is trying to force out an evil Electro Dragon in single elixir so that he doesn't have it for the giant push that he's going to have in double elixir. Yeah, he does go for evil E-Drag on the evil Witch, so this is going to be good on our end. You don't need to go for a Graveyard here. We just need to defend this evil E-Drag, and maybe we can try to go for a counter push. The evil E-Drag does take out the Witch there. We can get a King Tower activation up from that evil E-Drag. Wait, he went for a pump right there. We can go for Graveyard plus Bar Barrel. So whenever your opponent goes for a pump at the back, if it's their first pump and if you have poison in cycle, then try to poison their pump so that you don't lose a lot of elixir in the first exchange. So we can go for skeletons to kite for the lumberjack, go for an evil knight, and go for a graveyard, trying to hope that we take the tower here. I think we will take the tower here, guys, because he went for golems. He doesn't have elixir to defend our graveyard properly. We can get a goblin hut down. Nice, we do take the tower here, so we only need to distract our opponent's troops for the 30 seconds. The skeleton dragon is still alive. Okay, it died. It's gonna be fine. Wait, we can get a knight down. He's probably gonna NATO everything in. Yeah, so that is gonna be the threat that these golem decks will have versus us, but I think we defended here pretty well. We can get a barbaro skeletons to distract, and we do get the win, guys. Very nice, and I'll see you guys in the next game. So up here, we're up against this Korean guy. So because we have just normal witch and cycle, we can just go for a normal witch at the back. No, actually, he went for the defensive mortar on first play. That's very interesting, but we can go for a free poison on the tower to get the free damage and also clear their mortar out. Here, okay, so he goes for a goblin sign at the back. We can go for a witch same lane and go for a goblin hut to distract the monster so that the goblin sign ability does not hit the witch as well. We can go for extra skeletons on top of the goblin sign so that it just DPSs it down really quickly. We can go for a bar barrel for that as well. The witch does clear the evil the goblin sign monster out, sorry. The doctor, sorry. And we can go for a knight plus graveyard here because he went for goblin sign plus executioner, which is 10 elixir at the board. And we can't go for a poison here. He went for a witch, so we can go for an ice wizard or evil witch. It depends on what he could play on the witch as well. But yeah, he goes for a hog rider here. We can get an ice wizard down for the witch as well. And the spirit gobs is gonna clear out the witch right here. He needs to play something for the Ice Wizard plus Spear Gods, where it's gonna be a lot of damage. Okay, he goes for a Wingonite. So we can go for a Barbarial plus Skeletons to get a King Tower activation here, guys. Watch. So as soon as the Mega Knight kills the Barb, we can go for a Skeletons to pull the Mega Knights to the King Tower, get an Evil Witch down for the Goblin Stein, and go for a Knight for the Doctor as well, so that he can't click on the ability. Very nice. And he's probably gonna go for yeah, he goes for an Executioner on top of the Knight plus Witch here. Okay, that is gonna splash on the tower, and we can go for a Graveyard as soon as possible because he doesn't have Goblin Sign in cycle. The Skeletons will heal up the Witch. Okay, he goes for a Fireball. That's gonna be tower down, guys. Very nice. We just need to defend for the rest 60 seconds, and it's gonna be a very nice win. Yeah, we can just go for a Goblin Hunt here. Yeah, okay, go for Skeletons as well. He does go for a Hog Rider right there. I think we can go for an Ice Wizard on top of the Hog Rider. And yeah, it seems like he's not playing anything, guys. We can go for a Witch at the back to just check if he's gonna still be playing. Yeah, he gave up, guys. Very nice win. And I'll see you guys in the next game. We're in our next game here, guys. So in this scenario, I think it's just best to play Knight at the back or just Barbarial on the bridge, but we can just go for Knight at the back here. And we can get a Barbarial down for the Miner here. Okay, very nice. He does go for a Prince as well, so if he has Miner and Prince, this probably is going to be Mega Knight, but I'm not like 100% sure because these mid-ladder players could be playing anything, so yeah, he just lets that Prince go. Yeah, he has an Archer Queen as well, so this probably is going to be the one very popular Mega Knight deck with the Wall Breakers and the Miner as well. We can go for a Ice Wizard plus Knight here. We can get a Barbarian plus Skeletons. No, the Barbarian push. No, the Wall Breakers push the Archer Queen, guys. No, the tower is already down to 1500. No, we can still win, guys. Let's try our best here. Wait, we can go for a Graveyard here because he went for that very aggressive push here. Does get the Bats down for the Ice Wizard. That Ice Wizard is still gonna splash in the tower, I think, with the Bandit. Nice. That's a very nice damage right there. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, we are in the lead right now, so at this point, I think, yeah, we can just get a quick Witch down so that spawns Skeletons before the Prince charges. And we can get an Evil Knight down to save the Evil Witch as well. He could honestly go for a Mega Knight on top of this as well, but in that case, the Witch and the Knight will also DPS the Mega Knight down, so it's going to be fine in either ways. Yeah, he does get a Mega Knight down, but I think the Evil Witch will heal herself up from those Skeletons that she spawns. And yeah, he does go for a very interesting Miner here. We can get a Skeletons down right here. We can get a Barbarial down for the Wall Breakers. Barbarial will clear the Mega Knight out as well. And we are in the pretty good lead as well. We can't go for a Graveyard here. We just need to save it. Yeah, he does go for a Prince at the bridge. We can get a Knight down here. We can get Ice Wizard down for the Bandit. So because he has arrows and zap, we do have to always watch out when he tries to get a Prince charge on our Witch directly or just directly on our tower by just zapping or going for arrows straight on the Witch Skeletons. We can get a Barbarial down for the Archer Queen, get an Ice Wizard down because the Evil Wall Breakers will clear out the Goblin Hood right there. We can get a Evil Witch down as well, get a Barbarial down for the Miner, and because that tower is already down to 590, we can just go for a Graveyard and also get a Poison down right here. Yeah, it's gonna be a good game, guys. Very nice, and I'll see you guys in the next game. In the next game, you're up against party winner, I would say. And we can go for a Knight at the back because we don't have Witch in cycle. Okay, this guy's not okay. He went for Ice Spear at the back. Okay, we can go for a Poison here as well. This could be the Hog Firecracker deck. I'm not too sure though. Yeah, so he does go for a Hog Rider at the back. So this is gonna be Hog EQ. I saw a lot of you guys struggle as soon as Splashyard didn't have NATO in it. I saw some of you saying that it's very difficult to defend Hog. How should I defend properly? He has a Monk too. Wow, okay. So maybe this guy is using the Monk instead of the Mighty Miner, which is usually the champion that Hog EQ players use. So yeah, we can just wait here. We can get a knight down. Very nice firecracker on his end, but the firecracker will be locked on to the knight here, so no further damage from the firecracker on the tower. Very nice. He does go for a aggressive earthquake. I think we can just go for an ice wizard to get a king tower activation off from that firecracker and go for a graveyard because he went for earthquake on offense, and we can get a bar barrel down to try to expect a bridge block, but he didn't. That's very nice damage from the graveyard. Very nice skeleton chip. Tower is down to 3200. So in this matchup, I think it's very important for you to place your Goblin Huts on the anti-EQ spot if your opponent tries to go for a Hog Rider on its own at the bridge, because in that case, then it's very likely that your opponent will go for an Earthquake with the Hog Rider as well. We can get skeletons here, trying to expect a firecracker as well. We can go for a witch at the back as well. Just waiting for a firecracker to do something. We can get a poison down for the bomb tower as well because he doesn't go for a firecracker. Okay, so that's a very interesting ability. You can just go for an ice wizard at the back. He does go for a log as well. We can go for a bar barrel on the firecracker. Hopefully it dies. No, that was a very bad bar barrel. No, but the evil witch is gonna die to the firecracker, which is fine. We can go for a knight here. We can get a poison down to clear out both firecrackers, and we can get an ice wizard down, a new ice wizard down for the monk. He does get an ability down. We can get a goblin hut down. No, we missed. We missed. But it's fine. The ice wizard will clear out the evil skeletons though. We are gonna get one hog hit on the tower, but it's not gonna be a big of a deal. We can still win this, guys. So because this video will include almost all of the matchups that I face first going to Ultimate Champion, this will include some of the mistakes. That counter push really just took the tower. Very nice win, guys. In this game, you're up against Humpty Dumpty, sorry. You can get a bar barrel down. So versus a chef tower, if you go for a bar barrel at the bridge and he doesn't defend, then it is guaranteed that you will get those 3 hits from the barbarians, which is going to be at least 800 damage on the tower, which they will have to respond with a small spell or a band like our opponent just did. But yeah, he does waste his pancake right there on the bandit as well. I mean, he didn't, but the chef tower did, so this is fine. The ice wizard will do a lot of damage on the tower. Very nice. We can get a witch down on the right side to cycle to an evo. So yeah, so he does have a Mega Knight. That Mega Knight will turn to a level 16 right now, which is going to be very, very strong, especially because we don't have Cannoneer. It's going to be very important for us to on how to DPS that Mega Knight down properly. Nice, he misclicked his Ewiz, I think, but yeah, we can get a bar barrel down here. We can get a knight here as well. I thought that he would not play his Hog Rider right at the back, so I was trying to get a King Tower activation, but if we can eat those Hog Rider hits, it's fine. And just get our knights to get a counter push with the graveyard that we just placed right here. That is going to be nice damage right here. We can get skeletons for the lumberjack. Yeah, and we can get a bar barrel down for the bandit as well. So we can go for an Evil Witch on the same lane as the Mega Knight. We can go for a Goblin Hut very high so that it spawns these skeletons to clear out the Mega Knight in time. He went for a very bad Fireball because the Fireball hit these skeletons from the Witch, which is just gonna heal herself up immediately. And we do get a very nice counter push here with the Evil Knight plus 2 Witch, 1 Evil Witch, and just 1 normal Witch. The Evil Lumberjack does clear the Evil Witch out, which is kind of unfortunate, but still that's going to be tower down. Just need to defend with the rest 20 seconds. It's going to be fine. Yeah, we can just go for a Knight at the back. Just get our Goblin Hut ready if he goes for Hog Rider at the bridge. But yeah, he does go for a hog right at the bridge with the lumberjack. Just skeletons to kite the lumberjack, and it's gonna be a good game, guys. Very nice, and I'll see you guys in the next game. Okay, so this is gonna be my final game to Ultimate Champion. So we are facing this guy from Power Egypt. Yeah, so we can just go for skeletons at the back to cycle. And we have our witch in cycle, so we can go for a witch at the back as well. We can get a goblin hut for the skeleton barrel. So versus evil skeleton barrel, guys, just try to save your tower on whatever deck you're trying to use. If you're trying to use Splashyard, then try to save your building, which is either going to be a cannon or goblin. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, we can get a bar barrel down for the dark prince. Yeah, so because the reason why we need to save our tower is because the evil skeleton barrel is going to have 2 normal skeleton barrels, and it's going to be a lot of skeletons. And it's not only the skeletons that's the problem, but also it's the damage that the skeleton barrel itself will cause on the tower if it actually reaches it. So just trying to avoid it with just going for a tower on straight on top of the skeleton barrel. But it seems like this guy is not using the evil skeleton barrel, but I was trying to say versus any other opponent who is using the new evolution. Yeah, so we are in a pretty good position here. He does have the executioner though, so we have to be careful. Because executioner is a pretty good counter versus the witch. And we can go for evil witch on the same lane as the Mega Knights, trying to get a good defense and a counter push on offense. Okay, and we can go for a knight on top of the Mega Knights here. We can get a bar barrel for the executioner. Very nice. We can get an ice wizard here. Okay, the witch did get one more hit on the executioner, clearing off the goblin gang as well. We can get a witch down for those bats as well. And we do not have a building for that skeleton barrel, but we do have a bar barrel, and that will equalize the damage on both towers as well, so it's going to be pretty nice. We can get an evil knight down plus graveyard on the right side. The evil knight is tanking for it, but the evil mega knight just pushes it back. But still, that's going to be a lot of damage on the tower. We can get a goblin hut down, expecting our opponent to go for a skeleton barrel on the opposite lane, but he does not. It's going to be fine. We can get a knight down for the executioner. We do not have any small spells for the skeleton barrel, but the ice wizard does clear out the majority of the skeletons from the skeleton barrel, so this is good. We are still in the lead. We can go for a evil witch at the back here. He does go for a Mega Knight at the back to build up his huge push. Okay, so we can get a poison down on the tower with the executioner as well. We can get a bar barrel down to clear that executioner up. We can get an ice wizard, knight down for the Mega Knight, and the skeleton barrel is gonna pop on the goblin hut. Very nice, and we have poison next, so we can go for a graveyard plus pre-poison, trying to expect the goblin gang or bats, but yeah, we do catch the goblin gang. Pretty nice. Okay, so we can get a skeletons down for these dark prince right here, and witch at the back. The skeletons will full counter the dark prince. And we can get an evil knight plus graveyard, trying to outcycle this guy because he doesn't have goblin gang in cycle right now. He only has bats, so we can go for a poison on top of the executioner plus bats right there. He went for arrows, which is gonna clear out the graveyard skeletons, but yeah, we can get a free defense here with the evil witch because we already DPS'd the Mega Knight down already when he was busy defending our graveyard. We can get an ice wizard on top of the skeleton barrel on the right side. Okay, so he does have the evil executioner, so we can just wait one more time here. Yeah, we can go for a graveyard here now with the bar barrel because he went for a Mega Knight on the left side. Bar barrel to tank for it, and it is down to 242, so we just need one more poison to take the tower, guys. Very nice win, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video today. Please make sure to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section on what you guys want to see in the future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.